All right, everybody, hello, and thank you for watching this week at Shrouded, episode 44. I'm your host, Ed Greener. We have our guest today, Mr. Rect, Bebo, and Dunk once again. Hello, everybody. How are you doing?
Hello.
Hey.
Good stuff. Amazing. I love the energy. Okay. Woo! So, as most people know, usually this podcast exists to talk a little bit about gaming, mostly about Destiny, and to go over any Destiny news that's come out in the last week. But the community team is on vacation or Christmas holiday, whatever you want to call it. They're not going to be putting out any important information, really, for another couple weeks. So, we could have not done the podcast and just kept going. Until they came back on like January 17th or something like that. I don't know. Whatever that Tuesday is, somewhere around that date. Let me check, actually. Must be... Thursday. Yeah, Thursday, sorry. So Thursday the 18th. Thursday the 18th is when the next twit's coming out. Patch notes probably will come out then too. Or will start coming back because they'll start doing bigger maintenance. They didn't do any maintenance this week at all. Like... I was really surprised. Like, I was online on Tuesday, and it never went down. It just flipped over to the next week.
Did they ever get to do the one from last week?
I know they didn't end up doing it, but then it went down the next day for like an hour. I'm pretty sure, and they ended up getting it done then. But I wasn't close enough. Sorry. Anyway, all right. So the reason I explain that is because you might be wondering what we're going to talk about today. Well, we're going to figure some stuff to talk about Destiny. But first, we're going to get things started with what our gaming lives look like over the last 7 days. If we've only been playing Destiny, if we've been trying out some new games, I'm going to find out if Rect got into the Only Human, or what's it called? Only Human? Is that
Once Human?
Once Human beta or not? Because that's been a funny ongoing story. Yeah, that's really it. So why don't we start with Rect? Did you get into the Once Human beta? Oh, that was a really loud.
Yeah, I got my beta key.
Okay, all right. I was gonna say because I was sitting in their Discord, and they gave out like 20,000 beta keys, like on their Discord. Yep. They were just spitting them out over and over and over and over and over again. And I was like, should I tell Rect about this?
Oh, I knew about it.
I know, but I didn't know that for sure. But I was like, should I tell him about it? And I was like, nah, I'm not gonna bother him. But fair. I'm glad you got one. So did you put any time into it?
No, I haven't. I got my beta key, but I've been trying to solo flawless Warlord's Ruin all week, and have not made it happen yet. So that's what I've been doing.
Okay. I'm interested to hear more about that in a minute. We'll move on to Bebo. What you been doing? Destiny or anything else?
Just Destiny.
Oh, okay.
Been doing my weekly attempt at doing solo for those. I usually get to the boss flawless, and then I just absolutely flat.
Okay.
Yeah, I've been trying that for like ever since it came out. I do like one day where I just go ham and try it for like 5 hours. I can't get it. Like a mental block.
That's too bad.
It's a meme, honestly.
That's good.
Yeah, that's what I've been up to.
You're mainly doing that? Alright. Nothing particular? Or nothing else?
I've been trying to solo all the dungeons, so yesterday I did Prophecy.
Okay.
Like a long strike.
I remember when I did Prophecy a long time ago. It took me a while to get it.
Yeah, I only done it like 3 or 4 times.
Okay.
So that second encounter where you're like going up the levels, I never knew what the hell like you were supposed to do. And like I thought I was always doing it wrong, but there's literally like 8 or 9 floors.
Well, it spins. Just so you
Yeah.
know, it doesn't. You don't actually. It just spins. It constantly rotates.
That's new to me. It could have. I thought you were just going up floors. It was like a.
Yeah, if you do the wrong one, it spins the wrong way. So you have to do it again. So you're adding a floor.
I thought it was like the battle tower Pokemon.
No. You only there's only 3 or 4 if you do them all right. If you're not doing it right, it'll and then you won't get to you'll have to do it like 8 or 9 or 10. Like you could probably keep doing that forever if you kept doing it wrong.
I wonder what's the longest someone's like spent in there.
Before I don't know.
Feel like-
I guess I don't. Yeah, I'm not sure.
But yeah, I just have Spire and Warlords to do solo.
Oh, okay. All right. Warlords is the only one I haven't soloed, so I'll have to get to that eventually. I haven't solo flawless a bunch of them. I only solo flawless Prophecy and Pit of Heresy, and did I do? Yeah, I did Spire. I solo flawless Spire. Yeah, I did. I had to think about it for a minute, but I did. Ironically, I've never done Shatter Thrones, but since it's even though it's the easiest one, probably to solo flawless.
Yeah, it's just
Because it's the easiest boss. You can just nuke her and she dies instantly.
yeah. It's actually crazy.
Which is ironic. I've just never done it. I've just never gone and done it. I played Shatter Throne. Sorry, what?
You have Wish Ender?
Yeah. Yeah, I've done that, but I just mean I haven't gone a solo flawless in. That's all.
So you like went 3/4 of the way there, and then you just
I finished.
No.
I finished the dungeon.
okay.
I've just never solo flawless the dungeon. That's all. I probably died when I got Wish Ender, and I didn't care then. Is what I meant. I probably just never went back to do it again because it didn't matter at that time. And the only reason I did Prophecy was the first one that I ever ended up doing. It's because the rewards were actually really good for doing solo Prophecy, flawless Prophecy, and or solo flawless Prophecy. Because one was an emblem, I think that was solo flawless, and it was a really nice emblem. And I remember solo, I think, was the bunny, and then flawless was the sparrow. Either way, anyway, I thought all of those things were good. The emblem was great. The bunny ghost is incredible. I never really used the sparrow, I guess, but it was part of doing the whole process. You basically got it no matter what.
The single flawless for Warlords is still bugged, by the way. Yeah. So if you do get it this week, correct? Claim it.
Don't claim it. What's the bug?
Ghost of the Deep.
Supposedly, it's giving you the wrong emblem. But
Oh yeah,
it's
you told
not
me about that.
everybody.
They said they fixed it, but I read in the forums that they still haven't.
I'm sure everybody will get it though. Once they fix it. I don't think I've ever seen them do something like that where they're just like, "No, go do it again."
I mean, I would just not claim it until I'm 100%. I mean, the odds of me doing a solo flawless, especially with all the jumping involved in, no way. But like, I would just not claim it until I see someone get it.
All right, perfect. We'll move away from that just for a second. I want to hear about Dunk's week.
Well, let's see. On Saturday, I did another Last Wish legit Riven teaching, and actually Zia Mara joined me. It
Yeah,
was fun.
I
I haven't
bet.
spoken with her in like forever. So you've been playing some more Phasmophobia. Actually, kind of have a funny story about that. So I was testing it out on Christmas Day, and the entire game was just broken on Christmas Day. some bug happened with one of the weekly challenges, and it made the game literally unplayable.
Oh.
So that was great. But so last night I went back in to test it out to make sure it was good again. And I'm just doing a basic hunt, nothing fancy. I've identified the ghost. Everything's great. I'm just getting my objectives for that specific hunt done, or haunt done. And one of them is, like, you have sanity in the game, and you need to drop it. For one of the objectives I needed to complete it, I need to get it to below 25% sanity for myself. And so I'm like, okay, well, I'm just going to stand here in the middle of the living room in the dark until my sanity drops low enough. And the ghost literally just decides to be like, hello, I'm going to appear right in front of you just to scare the crap out of you.
Yeah.
It was great. That was fantastic. Thankfully, that was just a ghost event. And then not 2 seconds later, it does it again. And I'm like, why? Leave me alone. I just want to go insane. Is that too much to ask for?
Yes.
So that was fantastic. And that's the end of my gaming adventures for the week so far.
Okay. Right on. Thanks for sharing. Appreciate it. I'm going to share now.
Yeah.
And then I want to hear more about Rex solo floss attempts. But I've been doing tons of stuff. All right. So I've been playing lots of Destiny, mainly because I got to finish my guild for my Dawning Seal. And oh my God, you got to kill so much shit with Dawning weapons. It's so annoying. All right, I've got everything done except for I'm at currently at this moment in time, I'm at like 63% of enemies killed with Dawning weapons. So I've got another 37%, whatever the fuck that is. It's got to be like 10,000. Like, it's absurd. I feel like I've killed shit forever with Avalanche and whatever the hell the fucking pulse rifle is called, and the glaive. Just been smoking. Oh, and I've been switching between the glaive and the fusion rifle. Just because it's bored. But oh my God, the charge time on the fusion rifle, Jesus Christ, it's like 100 billion years. Like, it does a lot of damage when it hits, but I'm so used to using null composure, which is like super fast charge time, just not as much damage. But Glaciocasm is the name of it. Holy fuck, it feels like it takes 80 years to charge that thing up, but it hits like a truck when it hits.
It's a heavy, right?
No, it's energy.
Like I'm sorry, like the frame of it.
Oh, probably.
Hard-
That's why it
hard
takes longer and it hits harder. But I'm just not used to using them because I'm used to null
Servername.
composure so much. And it's anyway. So it's taking a long time. Let's put it that way. Everything else is done. I thought the snowballs would take the longest, but they're not. Not even close. Like, the snowballs didn't take that long at all in comparison. I was just playing strikes and picking up snowball whenever it fell and throwing it, and I eventually got it. But anyway, all right.
The yellow snowball.
Yes, the yellow snowballs. What else did I do in Destiny this week? Surely I just didn't do strikes. I baked cookies. They were delicious.
Exotic mission.
I can't imagine if I don't even know if I've done anything else other than really focus on getting that Dawning Seal completed this week.
Did you do the exotic mission at all?
Oh, yes, I did, actually. Yeah. We'll talk a little bit more about that in a bit. But I did the Legend Exotic mission to get the Catalyst. And that reminded me, I did more full coils, which this time, wrecked. I made it to the special room that I didn't know existed. Okay. See, that was the problem when I did it the first time and made it all the way through. It was like this, there was the gold tier or whatever, and it drops a bunch of chests in front of you. But in the main room that Rivet is still in, if you get the platinum, you go through the gate, and then there's chests and rewards everywhere. And I'm like, oh, okay, this is what everybody's been yammering about. Anyway, so we did that. And that was great. I did that a couple times, got a bunch of rewards. That does feel really good when you get there, and then you get that much drops. Even though like half the shit that is dropping is absolutely worthless. But I got some really nice like 66 and 67 armor rolls in there. So.
It drops a lot of Ascendant Alloy and Ascendant Shards, so that's nice.
Oh, I didn't even notice because I'm full on all those. But, alright. You don't get them if you're full.
That's true.
Mm-hmm. Damn it. I should have spent some before I did that. Anyway, alright. Anyway, it feels good is the point. It's something that you can do and it feels good. I know it takes a long time to do all 4 of those, but still, it feels nice to get it done.
It's still a fun activity, like, compared to what you can do.
It has been
Changes
fun.
weekly, so it feels fresh.
Yeah, the paths you take are change up. They're a little bit different. It feels like a good seasonal activity, absolutely. And that's good because we've got it for a long fucking time.
Yeah,
So
the bots change daily as well. The ones you can purchase.
okay, I didn't even know they were daily rotators, but that's cool. That does that gives you the randomness factor makes it a little bit different. I wondered though because I got some really good ones. I think on the last run, a lot of like boss damage mitigation and boss damage increase and stuff like that. And I was just like, oh, this is basically all you really need.
Yeah.
And I'm like sick. I bought all those. Felt good. Anyway, besides the point. So yeah, that was my Destiny world. I played a lot of other games this week. Because I've been trying, everybody's always trying to get through their backlog, but I've actually been attempting to get through some stuff this week. So, first things first is I've been playing this game called Meet Your Maker on PlayStation. Back in the day, there was this Ubisoft game called, I don't know what it was called, but it was this cartoony little game where you could build, like, it was almost like tower defense, but what it is, you could build your little tower, and you would have traps and stuff inside of it, and other players would come and try to make it to the end of your tower, and your traps and whatnot would try to murder them. And if they died while attacking your tower, you would get bonuses. And then you could also go out and raid other people's towers. That was the definition of it. But it was a super cartoony little game, and it was like isometric and whatnot. So last year, PlayStation and they did a trailer. I think it was during the Game Awards, actually, not the one that just went by, but the year before that. And I was like, okay, that looks cool. But it was like a first-person version of that exact same thing. You build like your little thing, you put traps in it, you leave it, you hope the traps kill people, and then you go and raid other people's stuff. And I was like, that's really cool. I remember used to liking that other game. I never really played it a lot because I don't play a lot of games for a long time. I was like, I'm going to try it one day. Anyway, so 16 months later, I've booted this game up, and I'm giving it a try. And I'm having fun. So I went in the first time, and they give you a little tutorial, and you do a little raid, and then they make you build like your tiny little base. And I was like, no fucking way, I'm going to build the biggest possible. So I spent like 5 hours building this death machine. And I'm like, nobody's gonna be able to get through this. It's too much. And then the way the game works is they send people to your thing, and then they record the people doing it, and then you can go in and watch how people played your level. And I don't know who's playing this level, but let me tell you, these are some fucking professionals in this game, man. They were the best goddamn video game players I've ever seen in my life. They didn't They didn't miss a beat. None of the traps surprised them. They kicked the shit out of everything. And I was just like, well, fuck me. I guess I'm not as clever as I thought I was. I thought I was super clever, like making all these traps and hiding them in places and doing these little things. And I was like, oh man, this is going to kill so many people. It's going to be awesome. But the first few people that went through, they were just professionals. I don't know. They must have been playing it since it launched. They were just so good at everything. Movement and whatever it was. Bastards. Anyway, I have killed a few people since, because I've been learning from watching these amazing players play it. I was like, okay, so how could I fool these players by watching them play? So I've been learning and kind of like adjusting as things go. It's been a fun little thing. Fun little game. I won't spend much time with it. Maybe another week or so, and then I'll probably forget about it, but whatever. It was fun, and it was free on PlayStation Plus. So, let's go, baby. They have seasons too, where you can buy new traps and guns and stuff for raiding and putting in your thing. And I'm like, no, Doug. I'm not buying new traps for this shit. But I get it. If people are interested in the game and they're having a lot of fun, yeah, I could see where new traps and new weapons would be fun. But I don't think it's necessary. But if they want to make money off it, I guess it makes sense. So, on top of that, so if you guys want to try that game out, by the way, Meet Your Maker. It's on PlayStation. It's free on PlayStation Plus. So if you have PlayStation Plus, you can probably just go and grab it. I think it's totally free. It might have been a monthly game, which means it's not free. You've missed your opportunity if you haven't downloaded it. So, against my better judgment, I downloaded the Separate Ways on Resident Evil 4, the Resident Evil 4 remake DLC. Even though I hate the fucking Ada voice actor. Okay, so Bebo, if you've been on the stream lately, I love the Resident Evil 4 remake. I love the Resident Evil games. But they recast Ada in the remake, and she sounds like a fucking absolute goon. And I don't understand who made that decision or why. But I was going to completely skip the DLC for the game because it tells her version of the story. Just if you didn't know how that works. So basically, she's in it for like 10 minutes of the main game. But if you buy the DLC, you literally play as her for 10 hours. So it's like, I hate this voice actress. She doesn't sound like Ada. I don't personally think she's a good voice actress at all, let alone the fact that she doesn't sound like the character. So she doesn't sound like the character, and I think she's a bad actress. Maybe I'm being biased because I don't like the sound of her voice in the role, but I don't think she's a good actress. Totally. So, but I bought it anyway. And the gameplay itself is good, but I just wanted to confirm she is just as bad in the DLC as she was in the main game. It's terrible. It's absolutely terrible.
Can you like lower the voice, like the character voice on that?
I mean, I guess I could, absolutely, but they're kind of story games. It'd be kind of dumb, but she is annoying. I hate it. I don't know. I don't get it. She just doesn't sound like the character. And I don't know. She's got an inflection in her voice that just doesn't make sense for who she's playing. Like, Ada is always this badass secret agent, and she just sounds like a complete fucking bimbo the whole time. And it's just like, okay, whatever. I don't know what's going on. I need to see what this tweet is. Somebody just tweeted "stop it" at me. Okay, all right. I just wanted to see what it was on. Nothing. I just said Final Fantasy VIII was the best Final Fantasy game. And somebody's mad at me. That's a hot take. Most people do not think that. So I was expecting to get a little hate.
I've never played a Final Fantasy game, so.
Oh my goodness.
I've actually never finished. I've never played Resident Evil 4, but I played Resident Evil 6.
Okay, Resident Evil 6 sucks. So
Yeah, it's awful. And I spent so much time in it. Like,
that's too bad. 6 is just the worst one. I don't know. You popped in the wrong one to like go for it. I know a lot of people say that about like one remake, two remake, 3. I'm not even gonna say 3 remake. It's not as good. But Code Veronica 4. Those are all incredible games. And 4 remake, amazing. All of them, every single one. Even 3 remake, I know I didn't put it on the list. It's still a really good game. Just it's not comparable to the original. Whereas 2 remake was just as good, if not better, than the original. So it's weird. Same with 4 remake, just as good, if not better. But 5 and 6 are terrible games. And then 7 or 8 are good again. So you picked the wrong one to play. I feel bad for you.
just when I felt like playing Resident Evil, and that's the one that had recently come out, and it worked out, you know?
Yeah, that sucks.
I actually have Resident Evil 4 on Steam, but I play too much Destiny.
Yeah, that's fair. I wouldn't play 4 now that 4 Remake is out anyway. Because 4 Remake is good enough. Or it's good enough. It stays really faithful to the original. And obviously it's modernized. So why play a 15-year-old game when you could play a brand new one? So if you ever get 4 Remake, and play it. You'll like it. It's a good game.
Console
Well,
is the original one.
GameCube. It released on GameCube first, and then it came out on PlayStation 2, and then Wii. And then probably every other console ever, because it was widely considered the best Resident Evil game for a long time, even after 5 and 6 came out, obviously, because 6 was shitfest. 5 was not great, but it was way worse than any of the ones that came before it. And then people look back on 5 now with like rose-colored glasses because 6 is so bad. They're like, "Oh, we were too harsh on 5," because 6 is terrible.
The only one I've played is 6, and every time I hear people talking about Resident Evil, it's like 4. So.
Yeah. And then 7, they kind of rebooted the franchise, new character, and went first person, and it was really good.
Good choice.
Yeah. And then 8 was really good as well. So I say rebooted, but it still continues the story, but they changed the perspective of, and they changed, like, the main character that's in 7 is a brand new character that's not in any other Resident Evil games, and they changed perspective of the first person. So it was kind of like a soft reboot because it still takes place in the same universe. They didn't reset the story. They just kind of did something different. Anyway, I would highly recommend a lot of Resident Evil games. I don't need to keep talking about them. That's fine. This is a Destiny podcast. Resident Evil is really good. Big fan. So I'm playing separate ways against my better judgment. Ada still sucks. That's the TLDR. But the gameplay loop itself is still fun. Really good. And that isn't even where my gaming habits ended this week. I've been playing a lot of games. All right. So I also decided that I wanted to start Insomniac's Ratchet and Clank game that they released between Spider-Mans. Because it's also free for PlayStation Plus members. So I started that. It's called A Rift Apart. So Ratchet and Clank, A Rift Apart. And they talk about how this game was built and designed for the PlayStation 5 and how the Rift system works so seamlessly and cool, and that wouldn't be able to work without the SSD power of the PlayStation 5 and all this stuff. So I was kind of excited for it a long time ago, but I was like, this is not the type of game that I would pay for. So I'm going to wait till it comes to PlayStation Plus, because Insomniac is a Sony studio. It's eventually going to come to PlayStation Plus, right? Like it, all of them. They all will eventually. So there's certain games that I don't play. I wait for them to come out. Maybe that's a bad thing, but whatever. Anyway, so I tried this game, and let me tell you, does it look incredible? Like, it looks amazing. Like, all the characters are typically like furry and shit, so the fur looks amazing. I wanted to point that out. I don't know why it's really cool. The rift mechanic, where you pull yourself through rifts in the game, isn't like, I'm like, there's no way that you needed an SSD to be able to do this. You're lying. But there is parts of different worlds where you can walk through a rift and you're just in a different part of the planet. And that feels like it's really smooth. Just walking through a portal, there's no like weird things, but then you're like in a village that's on the other side of the map. Didn't feel like there was any loading or any. That feels kind of like SSD, but there's this other mechanic where you just pull yourself like 20 feet into a rift. That's what they were talking about when they were marketing this game. And I'm like, that doesn't feel special. But this other one feels okay. I could understand it needing technology to make that work. Because you can see things going on through the portal. That's happening on the other side of the planet. So it's like, it does need to load both areas. So I can kind of understand that. But anyway, so it's kind of neat. Anyway, so my point is, the game looks great. I would have never bought it with real money, but I've played it for like, I don't know, 6 hours probably. It's fun. It's good. All right, those are my gaming adventures. I know I went on really long this week. Apologies. I played tons of games. I wanted to check them all out. Oh, I'm not even done. I played almost or only. What's the game called again? Rect?
What? Once Human?
Once Human. Thanks. I got into the Once Human beta. I played it for like an hour and a half the other night, and yeah, I don't see what all the hype's about, but I'll play it some more and see what's going on. Hour and a half's not enough to judge the game yet. But I'm like, yeah, okay, this is a base building game where I go around and shoot people and craft my weapons and build the game and shoot deer and cook my food. And I'm like, yeah, this is like, so far, this is like every survival game ever made.
So the raids are getting ready. The first raid is getting ready to come out in beta as well.
Okay. But
it has dungeons and raids and strongholds and that kind of stuff.
Okay. Cool. So that's what I got to get to make it good, I guess. But then I got to be playing with a group of people I know, or can you just go in there with a bunch of strangers?
We don't really know yet. Most people are hooking up with strangers to do things.
You said strongholds and dungeons. Are they in the game yet?
They are in the game.
Okay.
And
Well,
you can access them via the open world. And oftentimes you are playing them with other people that just happen to be around.
okay. I'm fine with
Gonna
that.
be a fire team finder, or gonna have to wait 10 years for
Who knows? It's not Bungie, so it might launch with one.
It's also a very small studio, so you know.
Is
I
it?
will forgive
How long's this
some
game
bells and
been?
whistles being missing?
How long's this game been in production?
I don't know the timetable.
Oh, okay. All right. I figured you might.
I don't follow games that closely, homie. I follow a couple of guys that do these reviews and do these previews. They say some numbers about how long games have been in development. I don't give a shit. I care about what the game looks like, and you know how it feels when I actually go to play it. That's it.
Well, this definitely feels like a AA like style janky game. When I'm running around, there's glitches like when I walk through a portal and everything's just like or some shit.
Is it a beta?
Yeah, it is a beta.
In beta right now.
I mean, these games always launch like this too. Anyway, it doesn't matter if it's in a beta. Like it'll be janky. It's always janky. If it's not a AAA developer, it's always jank. It's always got jank in it. People will say jank is a feature, but I will highly disagree. Unless it is Daisy, and then jank is not a feature. Or PUBG and Daisy. Yeah, the jank make them feel good. So, jank is only a feature sometimes. Other times it's just bad development. What else is janky? That's a feature. What do they call it? Tarkov?
I mean, I don't know. The first couple of weeks of every Destiny season.
No, that just feels bad. It's different. Jank and
The first
And
5
game's not
days of
working.
any Destiny holiday event, even though they're cut and paste season over season.
what was wrong with this season? The snowballs, right?
The snowballs were busted, yes.
What was wrong with them? I still don't know what was wrong with them.
If you had too many of the perks unlocked, they would not count for doing the quests. They wouldn't register for doing the quests.
Oh, it sucked. When they fix it?
I don't know. I mean, I did it before. I did everything before, or I wasn't affected by the bug ultimately. Also, you can bypass the whole mechanic just by getting a couple of upgrades and go killing things with stasis abilities.
Oh, okay. All right, whatever.
The title bug.
Huh?
That's also a bug, yes.
Yeah, right. The title's bugged as well.
Oh, I don't know.
The title for some people is not. They're not able to claim it inside the Reveler seal.
Cool.
Right now, I have like a notification in my titles and have anything. I can't get it to go away. And it really bugs
So it's just the initial champ title. So it's somebody that's getting it for the not champ. Jesus, that's
You know
Guardian
how
Games.
when you go
but
on the screen where it's like titles?
yeah, in there.
That's
But that's the initial, not the guild. The gilded version. There's the gilded version, and then there's the title.
No, that's not. Doesn't have anything to do with that, Greener. In order to get Reveler, you don't have to actually get the seal. for each of the events. You just have to claim all the tickets for all 4 of the events.
You're talking about the Reveler title. You can't
The
claim the
Reveler title.
Triumph in the Reveler.
You cannot claim
space?
the Triumph. Some people are having problems being able to claim the Triumph for doing the entire Dawning event, claiming all the tickets from the Dawning event card.
From the Reveler title. Or from the Reveler space? Okay. Whatever.
Couple people in Apex having that problem.
I did that last year. I don't care.
Does anyone have the memento? Is it any good?
I have the memento. I don't know if it's any good. I have it on one
I
gun.
don't think so.
I mean, you should put it on a gun so you could get another one. Right?
I did. Oh, well, I put it on a gun, and then I got another one, and then I will put it on another gun. But I've got 30 of those boxes to open, so I'll do that before Tuesday. I'll put it on another gun, open a bunch of the boxes, get another one, put it on again, open a bunch of boxes, and I'll do that until I'm confident that I'll have one left in my inventory, and then I'll leave it in there. So if there's a gun I really like that I really want to be white animated, then I'll later on this year, then
Once again,
blue,
like last week,
blue.
it's not white greener. It is blue.
When snow is blue, it's white.
It is
okay.
multiple shades of blue.
$10 says Bebo's wall is white, but it's blue in his camera.
Actually, gray.
Oh shit. Okay, but you get my point.
Hey up.
You
Hey,
see how it's blue, but it's gray. It's a. So, you know, that's
Greener.
all I meant.
The light is coming out of your screen, and it's blue light that's coming out of your screen because the shader is blue. It's blue everywhere.
Nah, it's white.
The whole thing blue.
It's a Christmas white, which is blue.
No, it's blue.
I don't think so. Yeah. I'm pretty sure it's blue.
Nah, it's white.
It is absolutely blue.
It's white.
50 Shades of Blue.
50 Shades of Blue. All right, I'm gonna have sex with my memento.
Okay, that
All right then.
you know, that escalated quickly. I'm not going to apply the first memento I got to anything. It's just going to sit in my inventory because I think it looks like ass, and I'm not going to claim a second one because I don't need a second one.
Why? What if it looks good on a gun later?
Then I have one, and if I want more,
What if it looks good on two? I don't get it.
Anything I have that
Yep.
might look good in a blue icy shader will look better in a gold trials memento.
Oh,
So,
those are the
I'll just slap that right on there.
I can't with you. I can't. That's the ugliest fucking shader in the game.
No,
That-
the
that-
ugliest shader in the game is the Vanguard Nightfall one.
No,
Turns
it's
every gun you put it on into a Nerf gun.
it's even better. That's better than that ugly ass gold trials shit.
Incorrect.
It looks so stupid. Who would have a pure solid gold gun?
That's not pure solid gold.
Everyone who plays Call of Duty, I guess.
Yeah, they suck.
I mean, yeah, but you know, I think more people would put that on than the Vanguard. If I match up, like, if I'm in a fire team and I see someone rocking that Vanguard camo, I'm immediately.
You what? You what? You leave?
I'm leaving. Yeah.
That's terrible.
Don't-
It's just
Yeah,
the
don't put a
skin.
ca-
Who
I'd
cares?
rather you not have a camo on and put on that shader. Vanguard shader? Like a teacher's pet shader. Oh, look at that.
All right. Well, I wouldn't judge somebody for using it. Let's put it that way. And I hate that gold shader from the Trials Memento. It looks so stupid. That's just my opinion. It looks terrible. I think it looks terrible, especially when people were first getting it. They were throwing it on fucking VOTD weapons, and it looks so bad on VOW weapons. It looks terrible on VOW weapons.
I agree. They do not look good there. There are certain weapons that look great, like what is it called? Mida Mini Tool looks great.
Okay.
Or Callus Mini Tool. Excuse me, Callus Mini Tool looks great. But you know, Vow, absolutely not. Submission, maybe.
That's what everyone was putting it on. Submission and forbearance,
Submission
and it
looks
looked
good.
terrible. It looks
Submission looks
terrible
pretty
with that gold.
It does
shit.
not.
Yes, it does. It's so bad. Whatever.
No,
All right, you guys are all
Just
crazy.
greener.
No,
You're
you
looking
have
at
no
that thing
taste.
being like,
All right.
he's thinking to himself, "Man, I wish I had a memento to put on mine now."
I have a gold memento. I haven't
but
put
he
it on
doesn't.
anything because it's so fucking ugly.
But he doesn't, because well, if you have one, you're just holding on to it because it looks so good. You're just waiting for the perfect weapon, and no gun has really measured up yet. Meanwhile, you're slapping a blue shader you think is white on everything in existence.
Well, yes, because white is better than gold. Gold is gross.
Ew, it looks like the spray on gold.
See, I told you. Trash, right?
No, looks great.
Now, he said, ew. We all heard it.
The animation on it is great. The liquid metal is great. Solid metal is great. The parts that it turns to black on several guns, also great.
How can you like shoot? Doesn't like when you
Good
aim,
all around.
doesn't the sun shine and like
Blind you.
No, Bungie has terrible lighting engine, so no.
that's
See, I just want an all gold shader for my armor. That's all I want.
I think the best ones. I think the best one was the Halloween one.
Oh, yeah. It does look good. The black one. Yeah, for sure. Oh, my
Oh,
God.
yeah, that one looks great.
All these guns look terrible with this skin on it. I just can't handle it. I can't handle it. What the fuck? Like, look at this shit. You said submission looks good?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, my God. This is the worst fucking thing I've ever seen in my life. It makes me puke in my mouth. Look at this fucking dog shit.
You're looking at it still. You're not even looking at the animated version of it.
I don't care what the animated version... Okay, it doesn't have all the things in here. Maybe it does.
Who's that guy?
Hold on. I'm showing the wrong screen. I need to show the right screen. Is it this screen?
Why are you showing us
No.
OBS, sir? No.
Just chill out for a second. I gotta find it.
See it over
Okay.
here.
Hey, there you go.
Yeah, sorry. Don't confuse yourself. It's in multiple places.
Looks great.
Where did Rec go? He's gone.
What's going on? There's so many screens.
I'm here.
I know, but you're gone in the virtual cam. There, you're back. I fixed it. Well, hold on. There you go. Okay. All right. I just wanted everyone to see, even the audience. So look at this gold. This thing on the submission is garbage. Okay, like that looks so bad. Somebody said Rufus. Let's see if I can find it. Oh, Callus Mini Tool. Okay. All right. You said it looked good on there, right? I don't know, man. I don't know. It just looks like that fake gold plated stuff that you buy at like the dollar store.
Can you look for a Season of the Deep one? Because those take shaders horribly. I just want to see how.
Look at this one. It's still got like the taken end on it.
You know the ones that are from the Defiance battlegrounds, like the.
Okay, so Season of Defiance.
Is it Defiance?
I don't know. I don't know what ones you're looking for specifically.
I just don't know.
These aren't even the ones anyway. These are the old school.
Like Royal Executioner in that.
Royal Executioner. I don't know how to spell it. Royal Executioner. There we go. Got it. Wait, this one here. Where's that? Oh my God!
Yeah.
It shows this, but it doesn't have it on it.
Maybe it does, and because they don't, it doesn't take shaders. You know how like do you have Supremacy? Supremacy is awful with shaders as well.
Sure, I have it. Well, let's see. Supremacy. Let's see if it has one. Oh yeah, look at that. Oh, look at the orange.
Yeah.
That shit's hilarious. Oh man, Apex Predator, that looks terrible too. With the pink end and the fucking whatever this shit is.
It's like a dog penis with like red tip.
That's good. That's good. Oh man, all the Last Wish ones look terrible. I just don't like the skin. I don't like the skin. I don't like it at all. How about Dawning Memento? Okay, that is definitely
How's
blue.
that white?
It's
Yeah.
definitely blue. Okay, all right. But this looks way better than that gold shit. Let me tell you. I bet this is animated too. Looking good. Rex gonna punch me in the mouth.
I mean,
Memento
I don't need
on,
to. You're punching yourself in the mouth right now.
Look at this. It's so much cooler than that gold.
No, it's not. You're wrong, objectively.
Objectively, yes. Look at the black here on the hilt, on this, on that, and then this blue here, and then you've definitely got the animated stuff here on that. Oh, Mwah.
I mean,
Chef's kiss.
honestly, picked, like one of the worst guns to. It doesn't really.
Okay, but yeah, I mean it's all here. It's better than that. So anyway, all right, the winner of all of them anyway is the festival of the Lost Memento. I keep leaving Supremacy there, like it's. Oh shit. Oh. I crashed everything, chat.
I'm kidding.
You guys still here?
I'm still here.
My computer crashed. Chrome. Too much Chrome usage. Hold on. I gotta try to.
I'm getting dizzy.
Just hold on a second.
I don't know which one to look at.
Bear with us, and while we have these technical difficulties, smile.
Well, what's funny is I can switch between. I can switch between. I can switch between scenes on OBS, but my OBS isn't changing, but it is on here. So I think we have the proper. I don't know. I don't know what's showing up on Twitch right now. Is my point? Like what scene is showing up on Twitch?
It's us without wrecked.
And that's what's on Twitch itself, like
Yeah.
on our channel. Okay, all right.
Yeah.
So I gotta see if I can fix. I don't know which one is wrecked.
Well,
think it's camera one.
It's okay that he's not on since he's got a Trials Memento on the background. I don't know how I feel about it.
That's a submission one, man. It's terrible. Okay, I fixed it. Okay, we're good.
Yeah, see, that is pretty sexy right there.
Show me
Everything's
the.
animated. It's all liquid gold. The only part that's solid gold is the trigger guard.
It's gross.
Everything else is molten and moving and great.
It looks terrible. Show me the other Memento, the Dawning one
First
on that
person,
gun.
There you go.
That one looks better.
There's your light blue nonsense.
Yeah, okay, it's light blue. Now show me the festival one.
Show it on Apex though.
I want to see it on this. Okay, yeah, see, that's the one anyway, right, chat?
I have one on for.
Nah,
gold,
see, my problem with this is it has that leather texture over all of the black. The gun is covered in fake leather. There's pleather covering this entire gun.
You want to know?
You know,
You want to know the coolest?
looking at Rolk's style, I can guess that he's got pleather over everything in his crib, but still. Now this is personally, I think this is one of the better
Oh my God.
shaders for Val weapons. Personally,
Okay, I gotta stop real quick. I just haven't heard Dunk in a while. I want to make sure he's not muted. Okay, he might be muted.
Taking
he's not
everything-
muted. Everybody hears him
Oh, you
except
can't
for
hear
you.
him?
Oh, I can't hear him.
Oh my God.
If I can't hear him, nobody can hear him. Except for you
I hear him
guys.
fine.
You guys can. I just meant nobody on the internet can hear him. Okay, I can hear him now. Have you been talking like this whole time?
Yes.
From time to time, yeah.
Okay, I feel like I haven't heard you in like 20 minutes. Just FYI.
No, I've been here. I've been contributing.
So if I spoke over you, I apologize.
No, you did not, so you're good.
All right. Chad Dunk's back. No, he never left, but for some reason, maybe it's only when my computer broke. My OBS is still frozen solid, but as long as it's still streaming and recording, I don't really care. I guess I don't know if it's recording, but it's streaming, so that's important.
Yep.
Okay. Anyway, yeah, I guess we all have our own opinions. I don't like the Trials Memento. I do really like the Festival of the Lost one, and I think the Dawning one is okay. The Guardians one is going to be the same as the shader, and it's going to make me sad, I think.
My personal favorite one is the breast cancer.
Oh, you mean shit? Oh, I was only thinking about Memento specific. What one's since you got Destiny up, you must have that one somewhere in your thing there, Wrecked?
No, I never claimed it.
It wouldn't even be in collections? I don't know how that works, I guess.
Wasn't that one you had to claim?
I guess I don't know. I have no idea.
I don't even know where I got it actually. Is it like a prime? Could it have been like a prime loot?
I rarely claim the ones where you got to put in a code or whatever, or you got to go do something.
No, it was
Too much
probably
work.
like a prime loot thing. Do you think I'm gonna go take the time out to put in a code somewhere for?
I don't know, man.
I don't even know what it's called. Anyway,
I don't know what it's called.
Greener has killed me. Oh, now
You're
I'm back.
fine. I was trying to refresh my whole page, but I just realized that I only had you selected. I just refreshed you, so it's whatever. Doesn't matter now.
I'll tell you what it's called in a second.
All right. Do we have any actual content to get to other than shader talk, hot shader talk?
Okay. I did write some stuff down.
We've been going for like an hour
Yeah.
about hot shader talk or something.
Well, no, I talked a lot about nonsensical video games there for a while.
This is stream. Like,
Okay. Yes. I did want.
I got a Warlords Ruin Flawless to get back to.
Okay. All right. There was a couple things I want to talk about. So we did get a little bit of extra stuff this week. Obviously, a Festival of Lost Shader is better than Trials. Sorry, I didn't mean to say that. It just came out. So Mara gave us the Exotic Catalyst quest this week, and we had to go and do Legend, whatever the shit that mission is called.
Starcrossed?
Starcross, that's it. And you actually had to do something I thought was pretty neat. I liked the whole when you spoiler alert if you haven't done it yet, don't listen anymore. Go away because there's some lore, voice stuff that happens. So shh.
Okay.
All right. So okay.
I'm
I'm guessing you haven't done it yet. Okay. So you go.
No, but I don't care.
All right, you go into the mission and you have to go in this little hidden spot on the top of like one of the little cliffs, and you shoot like a constellation out of the sky with the new exotic bow, and I don't know, it looks cool, it looks neat. You're hitting each one, it's like it flashes, and then it draws a constellation in the sky, and then you get a lore entry. I don't know if you physically get a lore entry, but you start hearing Riven and her boyfriend talking to you. Are talking to each other, and it's more information on their shit, their story. And it was pretty neat. As for the catalyst itself, this catalyst actually feels more like an exotic catalyst as exposed to like when we did Revision 0. And they just give us like Outlaw and Vorpal and shit. I forget exactly what they gave us. It makes your it makes people stay. Why can't I think of the word when they're stranded? Suspended. Thank you guys. It makes it for a little bit longer. It doesn't feel like very long to me. And then I looked at the rest of the like the you can see the rest of the exotics that are supposed to come down the line, and they're really boring. And that's the one thing I hate about this whole system, where we unlock new catalysts and then we get to pick which one we want to use. Well, the time-gated catalyst, but whatever. Even if they dropped them all at the same time, we get to pick the one. This is the only one to me that feels like an exotic catalyst. Like, it makes the gun you have a little bit better. I don't really consider Vorpal, for example, shouldn't really be a catalyst. To me,
especially on a gun that is for, for a bow that's for crowd control.
Yeah, like how many people are going to use that bow to
crowd control?
Me.
Once it has that perk and you have the damage boost from having champions suspended, it might be worthwhile for that. Won't know until you actually try it and play with it.
Could be.
Yeah. Fine. Way to ruin my whole point.
But I guess now we know why they nerf suspend so hard.
It didn't have anything to do with this bow. Strand came out too hot. Still is too hot.
It was
they still need to nerf Banner of War.
Yeah,
they need to take healing away from Banner of War entirely.
No.
Yes, I'm sorry.
I need it.
It needs to happen, or they need to reduce it so where it can only do like the effects of ×1.
In my opinion, Banner of War actually got a little better in the nerfs that they gave it.
I haven't played with it, so I don't know. I don't play Titan.
I mean, in an ad dense activity, it's just easy to keep it up. I mean, if you're doing strikes or something, probably. But like in a dungeon or something, where you're always like killing all these ads, it's easier to keep it up.
I don't know how it works because I don't even think I have it on my Titan because I don't think I've unlocked all of my strand stuff on my Titan because I don't care.
Well, I think they upped how much time you get. So you have to kill more enemies to get the time ×1 or ×2. But yep. They gave you more time added with a 30-second timer.
Okay. Cool. Okay. That's all right. We're getting off topic anyway.
The bow is still incredibly mid.
Yes.
So regardless, the bow is still incredibly mid.
It is definitely mid. I play with it from time to time, but not very often. And I will continue. I'll get all its catalysts, even though I think most of them are pretty boring. And this is the only one that actually feels like an exotic catalyst to me. But maybe I'm just greedy, and I want really special, cool things rather than just...
the next one that allows you to drop more traps or suspend more enemies will probably also have a lot of use because it's going to enhance the the exotic perk.
Yeah.
So
that's good.
Isn't hatchling one of the enemies?
Yes, that's the last one.
Why?
Hatchling and Vorpal. That's probably what I was thinking mostly when I was thinking of these really boring ones. I must have missed the second week one. Or I got so annoyed by the third and fourth week one that I was like, what the fuck?
I have yet to encounter someone running a hatchling build.
Yeah.
What do you mean? Swarmers is great.
Yeah, but
I run Swarmers on my Broodweaver all the time, and I run hatchling weapons with it. It's great.
Yeah,
it's
but
good.
like...
It's fun.
Are you really gonna run that bow with one additional hatchling? Like,
no.
Exactly. Like
that's because the bow is mid. It's too slow. It feels bad.
All right, whatever. Nerds. They're nerds. Okay, let's talk about the whole... Okay, we're getting into real spoiler territory now. All right. If anybody hasn't seen Bungie spoiled their own end of season this week. Turn back now. We're going to talk about it. But if you don't know what I'm talking about, literally, So if you play this week's seasonal story, you do everything. You do everything you're supposed to. You find out. Last chance for spoilers. You find out that basically Riven knew that she could only send one person through the portal, and she's just she needed us to save her egg, so she never really gave that information out. And you're doing this, and you're all shocked. Everyone's shocked, and they're mad. Mara's pissed, and Osiris is like, "Don't kill the ghost," and like holds her back with Strand, which was really neat. I actually thought that was pretty cool. That looked cool, even though as soon as she turned around, she was like. Pfft. Like, you think you were actually holding me back? You weak, old, frail bitch. You weren't. You get all that done, and then you go back to the fucking holo projector. And you talk to Osiris one last time. And he literally says in the message, we have to find a way to follow Crow through the portal. And everyone's like, what the fuck do you mean? We've never been through the portal. The whole internet lost their mind because Bungie's fucking stupid. We've never been through the portal. We don't even know how to get through the portal. We literally just found out 8 seconds ago that we can only send one person through the portal. So, here we go. But basically, we're gonna figure out this portal, and Crow's gonna probably do some stupid ass Crow shit and run through it when the rest of us can't, and we're gonna be like, "Why'd you do that?" And then we have to figure out how to get through it for the until the final shape. We'll have to figure out how to follow them. Anyway, they ruined it. They ruined their own story by the sounds of it.
We don't need to figure out how to follow them. They explained how that's going to work in the interaction that we had this week. They already explained how he's going to be able to use the veil to make that work. We just didn't know who was going to go across, and then then it was revealed. Oh, by the way, Crow. Oopsies. Sorry. I mean, I don't really care about this. Bungie doing Bungie things. This storyline was spoiled through API download months ago.
That doesn't matter though. Like, I don't read that information.
Yeah.
I've never once read spoiler information. Pretty much ever. I don't read it mainly because I don't care about the storyline. But also, this was right in the fucking game, and maybe he gets through there next week, and it only spoiled, 1 week ahead of time.
Have you read the lore tab of the unforeseen consequences chip?
I don't read the lore.
It's because like it's tied to.
Is it? Okay.
To all of this.
What's it say?
It's like Bro talking with Mara. And the gist of it is that she asks him if he's regretted anything, and he says the obvious answer is Kate. And there's people thinking like it's connected to him being the one to go through, and then Kate somehow popping up. So I guess it has to do something with that. Or
I guess that makes sense if you look at it that way. If the one thing he regrets is Cade, we've seen Cade on the other side of the portal. Maybe somehow he finds out a way that he can get him back.
Maybe he sacrifices himself and brings back Kate.
You know what? As much as I hate the concept of that, I fucking hate Crow. So I'd be okay with that. Yeah.
Seems kind of like the logical.
Does seem like a logical. Yeah.
Storyline that Crow's being set on.
All right. Anyway. So without spoiling any of the API,
I think there was a lot of fake rage on Twitter about this. People were just being stupid for the sake of fucking rage.
Because you think people knew mostly about it already?
Yes.
See, okay, I didn't. I had no idea. So.
Like people knowing because of leaks, and then Bungie themselves being the ones to spoil it, like.
Right in game.
Go and download stuff, and whoever wants to see it can go and find it. But like in game, like Bungie doing it, like that's. I mean, it was wasn't that big a deal. But it's like the season story's been pretty mid.
Yeah, well,
I think the story, the lore this season has been good if you follow that thing. But listen, if anybody is clutching their pearls over a seasonal story getting a little spoilered, where we're already near the end of the story arc for the season anyway, get a life. Holy fucking shit. Go touch grass now. I don't care if it's dark outside and it's raining and there's a fucking rabid wildebeest out there. Go touch grass immediately. You need it. It's an emergency.
okay, all right. It's not about that I care that they spoiled the game. Like, I could care less. I hate, I'm not interested. I haven't been interested in Destiny lore in a long time. But it's the fact that they could just fuck that up so stupidly. Like, out of all the things that Bungie fuck up, like,
how is that surprising? It's not even like it
I
doesn't
didn't say it was
reach the bar of shit they have fucked up in the past.
I didn't even say it was surprising, but this is definitely a new level of like incompetence. Yeah. Of like somebody, it's like somebody, the QA. Like, I get it.
It seems like the text was like in there and it was meant to be like hidden or something, and then they got rid of it.
I don't know.
I mean, this doesn't even register the level. The level of Bungie fucking shit up has been set by things like, I don't know, Funny Gun Weekend, all right, where I'm using my Mulligan rapid fire shotgun grenade launcher, firing so many grenades in PvP that I was able to crash the entire lobby because there were too many entities on the screen. All right, those are colossal Bungie fuck ups. This is nothing. This is a little oopsie. Who gives a shit?
I give a shit.
Oh, you don't?
Yeah, I do. You want to know why? Because I'm the one that has to defend Bungie on Twitter and get called a dick rider all day for it. And I'm tired of being called a dick rider. I've had enough of it.
What I will say is that whoever says that they know exactly what's going on in Destiny's story is a fucking liar. No one knows what the hell is going on ever. That's just like how Destiny's always been.
I'd be willing to bet that Bife knows what's going on.
I didn't even know what the fucking veil is. We still don't know what the hell.
I guess, yeah. Well, we're getting more of an understanding that it's just like the opposite of the Traveler.
It's not even that. The veil, we can define it easily. It's paracausal bullshit, which means it changes to suit whatever the story beat of the week is, right? The same with the Traveler, right?
But it's the opposite version, the opposite side. It's the darkness in where the Traveler is the light. Yeah.
Do you guys
Yeah.
know what the radial mast is? Because I still don't know.
Explain to me how the veil.
You're right.
Explain to me how the veil's been demonstrated to be the opposite of the Traveler.
In that
connected.
cutscene about the Witnesses' homeworld, they indicated that it was it was the darkness, whereas the Traveler was the light.
Okay, show me an example of how that was actually demonstrated, other than just some three-eyed bitch telling us that was the case.
Okay, well, I don't know what to tell you. Am I supposed to?
Because
am I supposed to believe?
exist.
Am I supposed to believe when Destiny tells me a story?
No.
Oh,
No,
okay.
no,
All right.
no.
I didn't
even
realize.
even in the lore, there's already a precedent for the lore being purposefully misleading. In Destiny 1, all the books of sorrow are propaganda. They're purposefully misleading, half-truths.
Oh, yeah.
So Bungie has a history of putting things into lore that are either somebody's lying to us, or somebody who's reciting the story to us has an incomplete understanding. Or they're just going to change shit 360 degrees later or 180 degrees later.
Let me tell you, if I was paying attention to the lore and they pulled that shit on me, I would not fucking play this game.
Well,
you don't get to tell me. Yeah, you're lucky that I don't play if I don't pay attention to the lore. Then.
Yeah, but also if you had been following and paying attention to the lore, you kind of deserve it. It's like,
It's just how lore in long running games works. Even in games like Halo, when they changed studios, 343 took everything that Bungie did with lore and threw that shit in the garbage disposal, and then picked out the little bits and pieces that were floating at the top that they wanted to keep.
And
And completely change things.
And Halo,
That is very true.
Halo is in the worst place it's ever been too. So there you go.
Yeah.
Actually, no. Halo 5 was God. That was a rough
So
one.
anyway, somebody has told us that this is darkness and that's light, but nobody's ever really defined what that means or how they're opposites or what they do that it's in opposition to one another. Supposedly one is chaos and one is order, which is really what the fundamental conflict is supposed to be in the game. But we haven't even had that really definitively demonstrated anywhere. And we never will. It's going to be one of those things that, listen, it's an esoteric paracausal thing that you just can't understand. I'm sorry. You mere mortals just can't understand. You know why you can't understand, you mere mortals? Because us writers, we don't know what the fuck we're writing about either. So there you go. Enjoy.
My favorite part about this was when everyone was freaking out because the veil was never explained. And this random Bungie employee goes, "You guys are complaining about what the veil is? This is what the veil is." And he just posted a fucking picture. How does that help?
Yeah, we all saw it.
Yeah.
Okay,
We all saw it in game.
Okay.
What does it
What does
do?
it do? What? I don't know.
Even if there is something in the internal Destiny lore book that defines what the veil actually was, those writers are all gone now. And if they need more lore, they're gonna put in new writers who are gonna do whatever the fuck they want. So it doesn't matter anyway.
It's not gonna make sense whether they kept them.
Yeah, it's all good. Anyway, the final shape's already written, so it makes no difference. What we all think. Shit's probably been written for 1.5 years now. So it don't matter. Okay. Alright. That was glorious. Alright, so Bungie spoiled their own shit. Yeah, okay. Well, I mean, that was mostly what I want to talk about when it comes to Bungie stuff today. I did want to mention, like, I guess, I don't know, did I really talk about the lore of the exotic quests? Probably not last week. But let me tell you, I know there's been many times, Rec, that you've told us that, and we've all said it, that, the Guardians just aren't good guys. But Jesus, last week that really hit me home when they're talking about the Guardians wiping out the Ahamkara, and telling the story about Riven and her eggs and her husband or whatever it is, and how happy they were and shit. And I was like, holy fuck, Guardians fucking suck. I don't even want to be a Guardian. I want the whole planet to explode and everyone to die on it. We are terrible human beings.
No, we're xenophobic monsters, man. Just what it is. Always have been.
It's terrible though. Like, it's bad.
And it's even more pronounced during the Dawning, when we go around killing our enemies to gather their bits and pieces to turn them into cookies.
How many times are you
No,
gonna
it's
say
worse.
that? All right.
You kill them with snowballs.
Listen to some of Shaq's or Saladin's voice lines, man. Especially when he talks about his interactions with other species
Oh,
and
wait.
how he enjoys the sounds that Hive make as you slowly crack their skull open. Like, he actually said that in the game. All right, he's a
Probably see
fucking
something about
monster.
that.
So did anybody else hear that radio conversation this week? Where, like, fucking Shax basically professes his love for Mara
Oh my god, yes.
and
Or-
like wants her to like be like, hey, invite me over sometime, basically.
And then it's
Yeah.
Riven. It's not actually him. Yeah.
Yeah, that was funny.
It was
I
good.
don't know what.
Okay,
talking
there's just, that little radio thing that's beside the holo projector? You have to go to it once in a while to get triumphs, listen to the things. The
Once
one
a
this week was like, you thought it was Shax, like, professing his love for Mara and the nights they spent together and how amazing, how he thinks about them all the time and da-da-da. Anyway, it ended up being Riven by the end of it. But, like, when you were listening, you were like, oh my god, is this really, like, happening? Like, right now?
honestly, for me, that just felt so out of left field.
It
Like,
was.
I know
Yeah.
Shax and Mara have had a thing in the past, but like for suddenly Shax just come out of the woodwork and just be like, haha, I love you. Like,
You're
what?
saying it was Riven using Shaq's voice?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Riven of 1,000 voices, man. Ian, Riven of
So-
1,000 voices.
So wait. So you're saying that Mara made love to
No, no.
Riven?
No,
Well,
it's just an audio log.
Just
Look, all
this
we know
audio
is that the
log
helmet
was
stayed on.
Riven. Just this
I mean,
audio
maybe.
log was
Real-
Riven. Yeah. All the stuff that happened in the past was Saladin and sorry, not Saladin. Shax
No,
and
Shax.
Shax and
Yeah.
Shax and Mara. But this one, it was
You
just,
think he's-
anyway. It came out of left
Kept some of
field.
her bathwater or something?
Yeah, probably. I mean, everybody else says they would have. Anyway, it definitely came out of left field, and I was like, "What the fuck is this?" I was laughing. It was good, but whatever. Anyway, shit, that was funny.
Yeah.
I was
If
like,
we had
people are gonna
had
love
more-
this.
Yeah. If we had had more audio of Shax talking to Mara throughout this season, I would have more believed it. But
Oh,
I
they
don't
should have
know.
done
Just out
that.
of nowhere
That
like
would have
that.
been incredible.
that would have been fantastic.
If they did it for weeks and weeks and weeks, and at the end of the seasons, when you find out it was just Riven fucking with her.
That would have been a better reveal
my
than the crow
God.
thing. Teasing us up to that, you know?
That would have been funny. Shit.
Yeah, that build-up would have been beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. What else? I don't know if there's anything else. Yeah, just the fact that I guess the dawning's ending this week. So if you don't have all your stuff done, it's actually ending this week. I know I said that last week by accident, but FYI, it's actually ending this Tuesday.
Oh, do you have like 80 days left or something?
Nope.
No.
Indeed, no. Hopefully nobody still thinks that.
Yeah, you have till Tuesday.
There's still people that do.
Oh yeah, there are definitely people that do. I saw people on Twitter being like, "I'm not gonna start grinding until like March for my dawning seal," and I'm like,
I got
"Yeah,
time, brother. I got time.
I got time. Anyway, so no big deal. Anyway, it's over this Tuesday. So if you want to get some triumphs, or you haven't gotten all your things yet, or you want to get the seal gilded, you have till Tuesday. That's it. No more. That's it. That's all you got. So go do it now. I think we just roll on the plugs.
Okay.
Plugs, by the way, Bebo, are just, if you got a Twitch channel or, a charity you're raising money for, shit like that. You can tell people. Anyway, go ahead, Mr. Rec.
Dawning Bingo ends on Sunday, as does the Cookie Vanguard Bake Off. Hopefully this episode drops tomorrow, so anybody who listens to it will see. Then I'll be dropping an announcement on the server on Sunday, reminding everybody that they have to have their stuff in before midnight, Sunday night, Monday morning, whatever. So I can have time to do all the tabulations and get that information to Greener for the Player of the Week stream on Tuesday. So he can do all the prizing at that point. So I am not going to be accepting any late entries. If you come to me on Monday saying, "Oh, I forgot to turn in my bingo card," well, I will happily give you the server roll, but all the prize drawing stuff, I'm not bothering with that. I'm sorry. I'm giving you plenty of time to get it done. So there you go. That's it. That's all I got.
Savage. I love it. All right. You got anything for us, Bebo?
I don't know the Twitch. If you guys ever want to pass by, usually on nighttime. That's it, pretty much.
Just so everyone knows, it's
Yeah,
twitch.tv/SUSSBEBO.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go check it out.
Thank you for that, Greenman.
No problem. Go give him a follow. I'll probably put it in the description below. Check it out. It's not just Bebo or Bebo7 or Bebo9 or whatever. You got like 12 names.
Bebo 9 from 7.
Yeah, Bebo9 from 7. Anyway, yeah, check it out. SUSSBEBO. Dunk, what do you got?
Not much. Just our lovely team of Sherpas are actively doing runs. So if you ever want to do something, feel free to check that out. There's one last wish open tomorrow that one more person needs to join. Yeah, that's it.
There
Just
you go.
have fun in Destiny if you can.
Perfect. Love the plug. Yes. If you didn't know, there's a channel. So Revenue's messing with here. Sorry, I'm reading chat. Shouldn't do that yet. It's not chat time. But there's a Sherpa channel, a Sherpa request channel. If in the Discord, if you ever want something to be taught to you, just throw it in there. Hopefully, a couple people will reach out to you, help you out if they miss you. It's because we get a lot of requests. Just make sure to put in another one a little bit later. Also, if you think you're smart enough to be a Sherpa, we're definitely always taking new applicants. So hit us up. All right, my plugs are as follows. If you're not in the Shrouded Gaming community and you play Destiny 2, you're an idiot. Join us, shroudedgaming.com/discord. It's really straightforward. shroudedgaming.com/discord. Big community, 25 clans-ish, all different regions and platforms. About 16 or 1,700 active guardians at any given moment. There's probably more than that, but that's how many that are in our clans that are active in our Discord. There's probably a bunch of people that aren't in our clans that are active as well. What else I got? Catastrophe stream is tomorrow. Swing by for that. I'm going to be drinking a lot. I'm going to be baking cookies. I think Gatto's going to do a stint. Playing some game that you can fuck with them, and I don't know, maybe I'll do something else. Not sure.
Will you twerk for us?
I mean, I've twerked on a catastrophe stream before.
I know.
Okay, all right. It depends on how drunk I get and how much money people give me. So that's how it typically works. I think I twerked on the Extra Life stream. So see, that was for kids. So that was a big difference.
It's for a good cause. So.
Exactly. And we raised like 10 grand.
Greener
So.
always twerking for those kids.
Yeah.
All right, calm down.
You throw it back, Greener.
I was gonna say, careful of what you say here.
Slay Queen.
Yeah. Anyway, other than that, our community streams on Tuesday. Check it out, twitch.tv/shroudedgaming. That's where we're live right now. Go follow and make sure to swing by every once in a while. We give away lots of stuff, including silver, Final Shape pre-orders, Bungie merch, SGC merch, tons of different stuff. All the time, just for watching the stream, sometimes for playing activities like Dawning Bingo, or I don't know, for other reasons. We do it all the time. Come join the community, have some fun, win some stuff. That's end of story. That's what it's about. So that's all we have for episode 44 of This Week at Shrouded. Thanks so much, very much for coming and watching all the way to the end, because I know every single one of you did. I'm just kidding. Haha. I'm your host, Tay Greener. I want to thank our guests, Mr. Rect, Sus, Bebo, and Dunk. All right. Thanks very much. And that takes us on out.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
There. Yeah.